I am not here to discourage you watching. When I start sharing things that you don't want to hear, you start saying, oh, people like me don't want people to relocate. If you're coming on a care worker visa route and you don't meet up to this standard, it's going to affect you. Hi beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Stella. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. Click on that notification bell to get notified whenever I post any new video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for always coming back to watch my video. Honestly, I really do appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, I'm a Nigerian living here in the UK. I'm a UK healthcare assistant. Yeah. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys how this latest update has affected care home, agency and all of that. Now coming to the UK on this healthcare visa route is going to be difficult. Yeah, it's going to be really tough. I don't even know if I should say it's coming to an end or it's not coming to an end, because before care home will sponsor you for if you're not in the UK, it's going to be difficult. So let's say you're already in the UK, it's even a different case. They can consider. Do you get? So if you're already in the UK, they can consider. I want to be so real with you guys, because some of you will now come and say, oh, why is she discouraging us? I'm not here to discourage anybody. Please don't get me wrong. I am not here to discourage you watching me. I am here to tell you what is happening. So it's either you take it or not. When I start sharing things that you don't want to hear, you start saying, oh, people like me don't want people to relocate. Like, obviously it's not my business. If you want to come to the UK, you come to the UK. It's your money. It's not it's not my business. But obviously we need to pass the information. It's left for you to learn one or two things from it, or you leave it. So nobody is discouraging anybody, please. Some of you must have been seeing the trending news about Rishi Sunak increasing application fee, head charge, and all of that. For those of you that have been following me, I've made a video on that. As I'm speaking to you now, me personally, I feel they're using immigrants to make money. That is just it. All of this is business. At the same time, I don't blame them, because at the end of the day, all they care about is the UK people. Yeah. So now I'm going to be sharing with you guys how this update has affected especially the healthcare visa route. So if you're coming in on a skilled worker visa that is not healthcare, it's different. So if you're coming in, like say you're coming in for a nurse, it's still going to affect you, but in terms of maybe you paying the IHS fee and immigration fee and all of that. If you're coming in on a care worker visa route and you don't meet up to this standard, it's going to affect your care home, which I am going to explain to you guys how it's going to affect the care home and the email I got. Now, let me read this article, how it's going to affect the healthcare worker visa. It says, the visa application fee can vary enormously depending on the visa type, but under the current proposal, if you're applying for a typical skilled worker visa application for up to 3 years, for instance, the fee will increase from 625 to 718. So now for some care homes, because of this, I think around £100 increase, some care homes now will reconsider. Now it went further saying, the certificate of sponsorship normally has two fees, including the assigning fee, currently set as 199, and the immigration skills charge, currently set at 364 per year of permission for a small business, and 1,000 per year for permission for large businesses. It is unclear whether the immigration skill charge will increase, but if it does, it could change the typical cost of individual application, including IHS fee and COS assigning fee, from close to 3,800 to closer to 5,400. This is not including the fee for dependents. Can you hear that? From 3,800 to 5,400. Guys, this is a lot.
So if you're watching this, what do you think? The increase is a lot, 5,000 plus. How many care homes are willing to pay 5,000 plus to just bring one person from overseas? It is a lot. That is why I say they know what they are doing.
The number of organizations who have obtained sponsor license and of skilled worker entry in the UK have vastly increased in the past year. So such massive increase is likely to reduce the appeal of sponsoring non-UK nationals. Can you hear that? Such massive increase is likely to reduce the appeal for sponsoring non-UK nationals. So you can see they know what they are doing. With the massive increase, who wants to spend all of this money to bring somebody from overseas? It is too much. Like, it's a lot. So that is why I said this latest update is especially affecting people coming in on a care worker visa. So if you're coming in as a doctor, we all know that they are ready to spend any amount for doctors. But on a healthcare worker visa, that they know that there's so many students that will want to work. How many companies will want to pay for people to come from overseas with this massive increase? It's going to be difficult. So you can see this latest update is already affecting care homes because it's too much. Care home want to pay this amount of money, and that is why some care homes, when they post job, even when they have the license, they will tell you no sponsorship available. So even before they will sponsor, they want to consider maybe if you're a team leader, a senior carer, that's the kind of thing now they will consider. But aside from that, just normal care assistant, honestly speaking, is difficult. I know people are getting it, don't get me wrong. Like I said again, I don't want you guys to say, oh, I am discouraging you. I'm not discouraging you, but honestly, it's difficult to get just a care worker visa. What you're most likely to get now is senior carer or team leader, because that is something they can consider paying such amount of money to bring you into the country when there are lots of people, already in the UK that they can, sponsor if you're already in the UK. So it's easier when you're already in the country, I think, than sponsoring from outside the UK. So now I'm going to read this email from a care home for you guys to hear why I said this is already affecting some care homes that already have license. So some care homes will tell you, oh, we just applied for our license. Even with this latest update, it's affecting them already. So now let me read it for you guys to hear. It says, further to the email I sent last month, I wanted to provide an update regarding where we are with our sponsorship. You will be aware that we have obtained our license recently, and at the time of obtaining our license, we made the threshold, which is £10 per hour and 20,480 annual salary. However, it has recently changed to 20,960 annual salary, £10.75 per hour. Okay, if you go on the UK website, this has not been updated to date, but confirmed through the Home Office when called. As a result of this means that we do not currently meet the update threshold as we previously did, and cannot offer any sponsorship to anyone who does not meet this. We have been in touch with the Home Office to explain that we are committed to the mid-year review October, which may mean we might meet the sponsorship then, but unfortunately they have confirmed categorically we cannot continue with the application until the threshold is met and has taken effect. I've also spoken to the Home Office to look at other alternatives that we could explore, such as increasing the contract hours, but they have said that we could risk losing our license if we did this. So what exactly is happening here is that this care home, as at the time they apply for their license, they meet to the threshold, which is the 20,480. And now that they've gotten their license, for them to now start sponsoring people that, people they've promised, like, the person will be like, oh, my care home just got license and all of that. It has changed. It has totally changed. So now they've increased it to just £500. So because of that £500 they have increased it with, if you're planning to, if they want to sponsor it, it's not possible because you did not meet up to that threshold. So this affects care homes. So that is why I said this is affecting carers most, to be honest, because if you're a nurse, obviously you've passed the threshold. So for this particular care home, their contract hour is less than 40, because if it's more than 40, they should be able to meet up to that 20,960, isn't it? They should be able to meet up to that 20,960, but because the care home contract hour is less than 40, that is why now that they have increased the threshold, is affecting them, and they cannot sponsor you. Now they've got the license, but they cannot sponsor you because they did not meet up. From the email I read, their plan is to increase the contract probably in October, when they will do their mid-year review, blah blah blah, when they will do their mid-year review and all of that. So that is what they are planning to do. So probably that time they will increase their contract hours. So what am I trying to say? All I'm trying to say is that some care homes that have gotten their license recently, it's likely that they won't be able to sponsor you watching me. Like, say if you're looking for a job with visa sponsorship, except if you're going for a senior care role that you might get paid £12, £13. Obviously you meet up to that threshold, but if you do not meet up to that threshold, there's no hope for you. Even if you're in the UK already and the care home you're working with do not meet to that threshold of 20,960 per annum, you cannot be sponsored. Even if the care home has license, you cannot be sponsored, except the care home will go through with increased contract and reapply. That is when there's hope for you, but if not, there's no hope. And like I said, this is from a particular home that have gotten their license. They want to start sponsoring their staff, and this came up. That is why I say with UK, their rules change. This week you hear something different. Next week they say they've changed this. It's not like this. It just changed anytime. It can just change anytime. And that is why we all need to, make sure we are alert. Make sure you watch news. Make sure you Google. Make sure you just know what is happening if you don't want this to affect you. Because if you're not current, this may affect you. Well, I just feel the need to share with you guys this latest update. If you find this video informative and interesting, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. And again, do not give up. And you watching me, please do not be discouraged. I'll definitely make research on more videos from other countries. Well, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.